And today we're going to make cold processed soap. I've been trying to do this for a week. And I already have my lye solution. Hey. And I already have my oils melted and my botanicals included in the oil. So let's get started right away before something happens. Yeah, stuff happens. Phone rings, everything. So we're going to pour melted oils. And this is according to whatever your recipe is. Hmm. And I make my own soap recipes. And I use the soap calculator. So this is just a demonstration. It's not a tutorial. There are many wonderful tutorials on YouTube and all over the web that will show you how to make step-by-step soap because I use them. I used them for many, many years before I actually started to make soap. Now, this soap has had the infusion in there for 4 days. So it will be very good, very infused. I'm a stickler about getting all my ingredients. Man, this crock pot is heavy. All right. This is cold process. I will not use the crock pot to cook the soap like I did in my last video. I'm going to pour this into what really is a melt and pour mold. Give it a stir. Now, okay, there's a little piece. I don't know if that's lye, but it's unmelted. Don't let any unmelted, undissolved lye flow into your batter. Remember, always set your utensils in something. Now I'm pouring my lye solution, which has been mixed with goat's milk instead of water. I'm making goat's milk soap cold process with scent and color. I have 4 colors here. I don't know if I'll use all 4 probably. Whatever the soap allows me. If it seizes or rices up, this is live. This is a live demo, so I don't know. It's whatever the soap will allow. All right. And I'll set that to the side. I know you're saying, where's her gloves? And since I'm planning on using 4 colors, possibly, I don't even know if those colors go together, but I'm using them. You see how you can still see the botanicals? Botanicals disappear when you put them in at this stage in the soap making process. They dissolve. Then you stick blend till emulsification occurs. I'm just going to set that in there and maybe a little bit more. There's a lot of air bubbles in this. And it didn't burp it. Okay. So that wasn't much. Well, here's the thing. When you're trying to create some type of pattern in your soap, you have to work fast if you're unsure and you have not made the recipe before. Okay, I probably don't need that one. Maybe I will. So we need to divide this. And I'm running out of zinc oxide, so I'm not going to try to whiten the batter. Okay, this smaller one will have to be an accent color because it's a small container. All right. And here's the thing. And I'm going to have to put my goggles on because I don't want this stuff splashing up in my eye. And it will splash into you. It will splash. It's a batter. It's liquid. And it's uncured soap, so it will burn. We're going to first add the color. This is teal. I'll let that be my accent color. Black cherry, which is in the red, is red. Santa red. Why did I pick a bunch of reds? That I don't know. But I did that. Okay. We have teal and we have red. How about magenta and orange or lemon? What color? Lime. Let's see what color lime is. That really would have made a nice accent color. But we'll put lime here. I don't know if it's a nice accent color or not, but here we go. It's too late to really be changing things around. Besides red, then coral, orange, magenta. Let's try that one. It will be a kooky soap. And this soap will be for sale in August on Fiverr. Okay, you start from the lightest color, blending, and go to the darkest. So start with lime. All right. So see, that's why you don't want to over blend it first, just to emulsification, because you're gonna have to blend the colors in. All right. Okay. That color doesn't want to take. I don't know why. I think that was teal. Teal doesn't want to take. I don't know. Again, this is live. I could have sworn that was teal. This is magenta. You'll see it again as I pour it. Like I said, live broadcast. Either I know that this said teal, right? One was black cherry. One was, I think that's the black cherry, magenta. This was blue. So this had to be the teal. Oh, wow. The solution, the soap is so alkaline. Sometimes certain colors don't work. Okay. Yeah, I just didn't put enough in there. That's weird. Because it really just didn't do anything. So we have that done. Okay, it's disappearing again. Teal will not take. Oh, wow. And okay, and it's heating up. So, you know what? Teal won't be the accent color. Okay, this is my mold. I'm not blending anymore, so okay. You guys can see. Maybe I'll put it horizontally. Yeah, that's better. See, this didn't want to take, it turned orange. And I'm doing a simplified column pour, faux column pour. It does not want to, you see that? It's not even, it's sometimes it's green, sometimes it's orange. So that's going to be crazy. A little lime in there. This is, oh, that's gorgeous. That lime is gorgeous. I believe it's the black cherry. Okay. Oh, you know what? I forgot to put a fragrance in. You know, that happens all the time. So, oh. And you know what may happen? This soap may seize. It may, with the addition of fragrance, it may seize. Again, starting from the lightest and going to the darkest. That smells fabulous. You know, that's weird. Okay, that thickened up right away. It did. Again, this is live soaping. I would call these not pastels, but ice cream colors. They're kind of ice creamy. And so you just start again. This looks like pureed carrots, this color. Because sometimes it's orange, sometimes it's green or teal, the way it was supposed to be. And you just start, you keep pouring in the same area. And you may want to make it quick. And you're going to have to knock those air bubbles out gently. Okay. And I have quite a bit of batter. I'm going to go ahead and use this up. If I had to pick one to hurry up and use up, it would be the one that didn't take the color, because I noticed when I put the fragrance in there, it started to thicken right away. And if your soap seizes, you're going to have to remix it. It's just not anything that you would want. And again, this was a faux column pour. Faux as in fake column pour. Because I didn't use a column, but it still has the same general effect. Because it's a simple design that you can expand upon, okay, if that's what you want to do. Now, for the most part, this is cool. Okay, splasheroonie. See? There, all of the air bubbles, most of them should be out. Yeah, it splashed. It splashed and it got on me. It got on my hair and whatnot. But this soap is scented and it's in the mold. So you're wondering, what am I going to do with the rest of this soap batter? I'll show you. As soon as I take this, the end of this stick, and make a cute little design as such. Yeah, it's thickening up, which is why you can't over whip it. And then just go around the edges. Make a cute little design like that. Now, when this soap has firmed up, we can take a look at it. But for now, we're going to have to move it because I still have batter left. And this will go through a gel phase because it's warm. There. It's out of the way. So you're wondering, what are you going to do with all that extra batter? Well, I bought these little things from the dollar store for this very purpose. And this soap is already firming up. And you do the same thing. You pour your extra batter in a mold. You always have something ready. See, I don't have to line this with freezer paper. It's already ready to go. So I just grab it and go, because you only have a little while, depending on your recipe, to play with this soap before it starts taking a natural course of solidifying. It's hard to make a fluid design with a solid mass. Soapers know what I mean. And that's the natural course. You want it to solidify. That's how you get a bar of soap. So, and the really pretty fluid designs are almost always cold process. There. You see it's plopping into the mold rather than pouring into the mold. So certain designs are already out. There will not be a fluidity to this particular design because it's not fluid anymore. And again, this soap is for sale on Fiverr, Lala McLeod. The link to that site is in the description box, or it will be. This video will be put on YouTube. See, it didn't take long at all for this soap to stop being fluid, which is why it's good just to mix it to emulsification if you plan on a design that requires it to be fluidity, or you need to adjust the water or liquid content in your soap recipe, which will extend the curing time. Oh, by the way, happy Father's Day. I wished everyone a happy Father's Day earlier. But I don't think I wished my audience a happy Father's Day. So happy Father's Day. And you just take this and you move it around. And I'll show you another simple design that you can make. Once your soap stops being so fluid, you can still make a pretty pattern in your soap. Now, for people who like high texture tops, like cake decoration tops, you would allow your soap batter to get really thick and then use the spoon method to create really pretty cake decoration type tops. I think these colors are pretty nice. And it smells pretty cool. I like lime. Lime was a good color. It's like a neon, the neon green color, but they call it lime, that particular. And I had my scents pre-mixed and ready to go. It is the worst feeling in the world to look over and see that you forgot to add scent or a color or an oil. And that's very hard to recover from. So we're going to take our magic spoon again, and we're going to go in. Make an S pattern around. And then start again. And if you wanted to, you could just let this soap take its natural course and then go back and texture the tops. You know, I actually, to be honest, I don't particularly care for these spatulas. They come apart when you're using them. But on the upside, they're easier to clean because you can take them apart and get into the crevices. So 6 of one, half dozen of another. Alrighty. And then like the first thing I want to do is wash my hands. That's the first thing I want to do is wash my hands because I don't want anything on me. So, and that's it. That's your soap. And clean the uncured soap from your work area. And there you go. This soap will be set up firm enough to cut in 24 to 48 hours. In which case, you could also put it in the refrigerator or the freezer after it has gone through its gel process or before it goes through its gel process if you don't like the effect of the gel stage. I like the effect of the gel stage. And that's it. So the only other thing you can do if you want is to texture the top to make little peaks. This will be a small soap because the mold is only what, maybe 3/4 filled. You can put this in a guest bathroom. My thing is I don't like to over swirl because I don't like the muddy colors. And it smells wonderful. I would suggest Fruitopia for this fragrance. It does. It smells like candy, like a Twister, a Jolly Rancher. You guys call them. Growing up, we call them Twisters. Folks from Chicago call it Wang candy. But it even looks like the jewel candy tones. You could go on forever with this. Because as time goes on, the soap thickens and your peaks will become stiffer just to have a textured top. Actually, that didn't take quite an hour, did it? It depends on how intricate your designs are, but you only have a certain amount of minutes, really, to fool with soap. Like I said, unless you alter your soap, the liquid in your soap, so that it can remain liquid longer. You want to keep it rather neat, so when you unmold it, um, it's less likely to break, crumble, or tear. You see how those peaks are getting stiffer and stiffer? I can still see some of the botanicals. That's nice. Generally, my botanicals disintegrate because I'm impatient and usually make hot process soap. All right. For the rest of this, just carefully wipe down the inside of your mold. There you go. And this mold is very hot. No, it's getting warm. And it's warm in here, so it's going through the gel phase. as we speak. And it has a little bit of a textured top. And that's it. Ta-da! All right, bye. I'll see you next time for soap making with Lala. And remember, in August, this soap will be fully cured. It is for sale on Fiverr, Lala McLeod. The link will be in the description box. Happy Father's Day.